Imagine you are sitting at a table right now, enjoying a hot, cheesy slice of pizza. As long as you're eating it, your words are safely in the present. But tomorrow, you want to tell your friend about that amazing slice. The problem is, you have to move your story out of today and back into yesterday. If you use the exact same words, your story gets stuck in the present. To travel back to yesterday, your sentence needs a pass. Specifically, to talk about the past in English, your sentence requires exactly one single time travel ticket. When people are learning English, they usually run into trouble here in one of two ways. They either completely forget to buy a ticket, or they accidentally buy two. Using this one-ticket checklist is a reliable way to make your past tense stories sound as natural as your present-day ones. Let's look at how we actually get these tickets. The most common type is the standard ticket, which belongs to our regular verbs. We give a regular verb a ticket to the past by simply adding the letters ed to the end of it. If the action is cooking, the standard ticket snaps right onto the word. Cook becomes cooked. Your sentence is now, I cooked dinner last night. This is where we see our first common mistake. If you say, I cooked dinner last night, the sentence is rejected. Last night tells us we are in the past, but the verb cook has no ticket. It is stuck in the present. Now, English also has VIP tickets for irregular verbs. Some of our most common daily action words do not use the standard ed ending. Instead, their entire spelling changes to make the trip into the past. For example, the word buy becomes bought. The word go becomes went. They morph entirely to show they hold a VIP pass. But the logic is exactly the same. Whether your verb gets a standard ed attachment or a VIP spelling change, any positive statement about the past requires that main action verb to hold the time travel ticket. So what happens when we need to say that we did not do something? To make a negative statement, we bring in a helper word, didn't, which is short for did not. Because didn't is the past tense form of don't, it acts as its own built-in time travel ticket. Since didn't is already carrying the ticket, it does all the time traveling work for your entire sentence. This means that your main action verb can completely relax. It stays in its normal, everyday base form. This creates a common trap. You will often hear people say, I didn't went. Your brain knows you are talking about the past, so it tries to put the VIP verb into the past tense. But look closely. You have two tickets in one sentence. To fix it, we leave the ticket with the word didn't and return the main verb to its normal form. The result is, I didn't go. By letting didn't do its job as the designated ticket holder, you don't have to change anything else in the sentence. Let's play detective for a minute. We are going to look at a short piece of history and see if you can spot the grammar mistakes. You likely know Thomas Edison as the famous inventor. He reached his eventual success through a massive amount of trial and error. He worked tirelessly in his laboratory, facing hundreds of failures and setbacks before he ever found something that worked. So here is our first test sentence about his life. Thomas Edison didn't had a lot of education. Can you spot the mistake? Didn't is our helper ticket, but had is a VIP ticket. That is two tickets. We take the ticket away from the main verb, and it turns back to its base form. The correct sentence is, he didn't have a lot of education. Let's try one more, regarding his famous light bulb experiments. Look at this sentence. He didn't failed. Once again, too many tickets. We have our helper, so we just drop the ed from the main action. The correct sentence is, he didn't fail. It doesn't matter if you are talking about eating pizza tomorrow or the invention of the light bulb a century ago. The mechanics of the language stay exactly the same. One sentence, one ticket. So as you practice speaking and writing, watch out for those two main pitfalls. Make sure you don't forget your ticket entirely, and make absolutely sure you aren't using a second one when you use the word didn't. Whenever you talk about the past, your sentence only ever needs that one ticket. If didn't is already carrying it, your main verb can stay just as it is. Keep this one simple visual checklist in your mind. It is a reliable way to start telling your stories clearly, correctly, and confidently.